There are certain things that you can do or say at an interview and they won't call you back. Why? Because perhaps you are saying and doing some things that you shouldn't be saying or doing at interviews. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you knowledge that's going to help you pass your next interview, that's going to help you pass it easily. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, The Bulletproof Life. My name is Ronke Odewumi and I'm delighted to have you here. If you are new to my channel, on here I share information, hacks, advice, tips that can help you build a bulletproof life. So I focus on topics on personal finance, business, career and lifestyle. We are all about living a bulletproof life, and here we are the Bulletproof Life community. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe by pressing the red button on your right. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to pass your job interview. Perhaps you've watched my video where I talked about the 10 things you shouldn't have on your CV, and you've sent out that CV. The recruiter likes it. They've sent it on to the organization. They also like it, and they've invited you for an interview. In the times we are in, your interview is probably going to be by video or by telephone. But there are certain things that you can do or say at an interview and they won't call you back. Why? Because perhaps you are saying and doing some things that you shouldn't be saying or doing at interviews. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 things you must never say or do at interviews. So just in case you've been saying them or doing them, or just in case you've been having those interviews and not getting those callbacks, I'm going to share with you the secrets. And after today, you're going to ace those interviews because now you know what to do and also what not to do at interviews. Stay with me. The first thing not to do at interviews is to be late. Yes, your interview might be a video interview or a telephone interview, but if it's a video interview or a Zoom interview, please don't join it late. Don't be the person joining 3 minutes, 5 minutes after your interviewer. It's a no-no. You must be there waiting for your interviewer if it's a Zoom so they can let you into the Zoom room. If it's a telephone call, be holding your phone ready so that when they call you and it rings, you are picking up on the first or the second ring. You are not the person that needs to be called back repeatedly because you are late for your interview or you haven't showed up in the Zoom room. So the first thing to never do at interviews is to be late. Don't be late for your interview. A lot of us are masters of multitasking. You are cooking, you are on your phone. You are reading, you are watching a movie. Somebody's talking to you, you are doing Facebook. It's normal. We multitask a lot. Don't multitask at your interview. Your interview is not where you want to check your phone for text messages or check your WhatsApp because somebody is sending you a message and your phone is pinging. No. At interviews, don't text, don't pick a call, don't do Facebook, don't check WhatsApp. It's not time for social media. You need to put your phone on silent. It's a bad idea for you to get up from your interview to say, excuse me, need to pick a call, and then you go out and pick a call and come back into the interview and say, yes, so what were we saying? Even when it's a Zoom call, it's not okay. Do not pick phone calls, send text messages, or do social media during your interview. An interesting one, which I've had a lot of people do this, and it's not something you should never do. It's not about putting your cards on the table. It's not about being honest. Don't ask about the annual leave policy, the sickness policy, or the maternity policy during your interview. Once you start asking those questions, it comes across as if you are already planning your sickness, you are planning your leave, you are planning your maternity before even taking the job. So please don't ask about those policies during your interview. If you're going to start the job and you already have leave booked, then you can inform them, I have leave booked for this period, so I can't start yet, or I have leave booked, so I'm going to take a leave 3 weeks after starting or 2 weeks after starting. That's fine. But when you go for the interview, don't be the person saying, so how many leave days do I get a year? Or how many sick days can I take before I need to provide a doctor's note? Those are the questions you don't want to ask at your interview. You won't get on to the next stage. They won't call you back when you ask those kind of questions because they will feel you're never going to be around. You're already planning your absences, and that's not a good sign to an interviewer. Swearing at interviews is not professional. It's not good. and it can cost you a job. So try as much as possible to reel that back in so that when you're at the interview, you're not the one swearing at your interviewer. That's a no-no for an interview. Please don't swear during your interview. It's just 30 minutes. It's just 1 hour, maybe 2 hours at most. Please try to rein that one in. Interviewers like to ask about previous jobs and previous employers. One, they want to get a view of how you worked with that employer, your experience there, or what kind of employer that other person was, or what kind of employee you were when you worked with that employer. That's not the time for you to badmouth your previous employer or even the current one you are trying to leave. You are never going to come out of that smelling good. It doesn't matter even if the previous employer or the current employer is a competitor of the people you are trying to move over to. Please don't badmouth your previous employer. That's not the time to say, they almost gave me a mental breakdown. I'm so glad to be leaving them. I've never worked in a worse place. No, don't do that. Don't badmouth your employer. No matter how much the interviewer gives you the opportunity to speak negatively about your employer, don't take the bait. Don't do it. It will boomerang. You won't come out of it smelling good, and you might lose the opportunity of that job. Some people are blunt. You like to say it the way it is. You like to say it the way you see it. You don't mince your words. Once it comes into your mind, sometimes you don't even process it. You just deliver it and you feel good. Or you feel as if you've done something right. Criticizing the new job you are trying to go into or the company you are trying to get a job with is a no-no. Please don't do it. Don't go there and say things like, oh, and by the way, last year, when you guys did this and did that, and your figures came out this way, I was disappointed because you could have done it this way or that way, and I wondered why you did not. I hope you have gone ahead to make an improvement on that now. Or you go there and you start saying, your junior team, the uniform is so ugly. Is that what I'm going to be wearing? Oh, it's so demoralizing. I hope we change it soon. Your offices are so dark. Where I work, the offices are so light. We have this, we have that. We are criticizing them already. Before joining them, they won't give you the job because they would think you won't like it here, and it leaves a bad taste in their mouths. So please, don't go to an interview to tell your potential employer how it is. Don't go to an interview to tell your potential employer your mind about them or their business. Not the time, not the place. During your interview, your interviewer is likely to ask about your previous job and how you did your role, what you did, how you did it, and your achievements and so on. Please resist the urge to fall into your organizational jargon while you are trying to talk about your role. And what I mean by that is when you say things like, I executed ABC project along with the BYG team because we wanted to deliver the QCP deliverable within 3 months. You haven't said anything. You have not said anything at all. So please try as much as possible to avoid abbreviations and using internal jargon in your interview. I said it in my video on 10 things to leave out of your CV, that you should avoid using abbreviations on your CV. So the same way you have avoided using abbreviations on your CV, you must avoid using abbreviations and internal organizational jargons when you are interviewing. Please speak simple English, say it clearly and in a way that can be understood. An important point when you are going to do an interview for any organization you want to work with is to research them. So one thing you must never do before going for an interview is failing to research. When you fail to research an organization, it reflects in how you interview. You get there and they ask you, so how do you like our cricket balls? And you go, you make cricket balls? I thought you make masks. You don't know what they're about. Also, when you fail to research and they give you the opportunity to ask them questions, you won't have good questions. Your questions will be very basic. They will be very unaware of the pain points or the requirements or the needs of the organization or team you are trying to join. So when you fail to research, you interview poorly. So it's very important that you research the organization and team you are going to join before your interview. So failing to research is something you should never do at interviews. And to the last one, I know that a lot of us, we join organizations and we check what are the perks. We check. Especially if you join an organization that has a lot of perks. If you're going to work in a place like Google or Facebook, or even in big consulting firms, do they have transport plans? Do they have loans for transport tickets? Do they give you, free this, free that, health insurance, private health insurance, all the other perks? We research it. So when they ask you, what do you expect to enjoy in this role? That's not a time for you to say the perks. Oh, the 30-day annual leave that you guys give, the free lunch bar downstairs, the free lunch, the free breakfast, the private health insurance. Those are the things I want to enjoy. No. You have to do your research, like I said before. So when they ask you, what do you expect to enjoy in this organization? You have to give them things that relate to the job, that benefit the organization while benefiting you. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you are ready to go and ace your interviews. I hope you now know what you are doing wrong and you're going to stop doing them, so that the next interview they call you for, you are going to ace it. So that when you get that job, you're going to send me a message. I'm going to say, okay, I'm bulletproof because I got the job of my dreams. Thank you for watching my video. Leave me a comment, like this video, share it with your friends. Watch the other videos on my channel and let me know how you feel. If there's a topic you would like me to talk about that I haven't touched, please drop me a comment. You can also send me an email or reach out to me on any of my social media accounts. I respond within a day. If you haven't subscribed, darlings, please subscribe so you can join my community of bulletproof people. We are going to the top and I want you to be a part of it. Until my next video, please take care of yourself and keep living that bulletproof life. Bye.